tropes, champions come with unique abilities that can completely swing the momentum of a match, turning a losing defense into a devastating counter push in just seconds. Problem is, most players just drop their champion at the bridge and spam the ability button hoping for a miracle, but every champion in the game is actually built for specific situations and requires proper timing, placement, and strategy to get the most value and win you games. And with champions recently being reworked so that they can be cycled, mirrored, and cloned with multiple now allowed in the arena at once, there are more strategies than ever to learn and master if you want to win games. Today we'll go through every champion in Clash Royale, how to actually use them properly, avoid the rookie mistakes, and squeeze out every last bit of value from not only the champions themselves, but each of their unique abilities as well. Before we jump into the first champion, here are a couple of general tips that'll be useful for almost any champion you choose. First off is ability management. Every champion has a special ability that costs between 1 and 3 elixir to activate, and while it can be tempting to use it immediately, you'll often get way more value by waiting for the right moment. Don't waste your ability just because it's available, save it for when it can turn the tide of the battle or create a massive elixir advantage. Second, each champion can use its ability unlimited times as long as it stays alive, with there simply being a cooldown that is different for every champion. The only exception to this would be the boss bandit, who is only allowed to use her ability twice per spawn. And for the last general tip, champions will now return to your card cycle like normal cards when played, so you don't need to wait for them to go down to play another anymore. That being said, only the most recently played champion will have the option to use their ability, denoted by this crown icon above their head, with the older ones being stripped of this option. Also, as a result of this dynamic, cloned champions are unable to use abilities and will simply attack and deal damage as normal. And with all that out of the way, let's jump into the first champion. The Archer Queen is one of the most versatile champions in the game, and when used correctly, she's an absolute menace on both offense and defense. At 5 elixir, the Archer Queen can target both air and ground units from a safe distance, doing about 14% less damage per second than a musketeer, but having over 38% higher hit points. That already means she gets a ton of value for only 5 elixir, but what really sets her apart is her ability, Cloaking Cape, which costs just 1 elixir to activate and makes her invisible for 3.5 seconds while giving her a massive 180% attack speed boost. This ability is insane for melting tanks and getting huge chip damage on towers, with the Archer Queen firing a total of 7 shots during the ability if she's not interrupted, enough to completely take out troops like the Sparky and Elixir Golem in one go. The key to her ability is timing it right so you don't waste it. For example, if you were to use the ability when the queen is moving and hasn't locked onto anything yet, you'll be wasting the ability since it's time-based, not hit-based. Another thing that's important to note about the ability is that it will decrease the Archer Queen's walking speed by a fair bit. The Archer Queen, although she does have a substantial health advantage over something like the Musketeer, is still somewhat of a glass cannon. As such, she typically works best when paired with tanky units like the Giant or Royal Giant, since she can hide behind them and deal tons of damage safely. On defense, she absolutely shreds through air units like the Balloon or Lava Hound, and her ability can help her take down a huge push before it even crosses the bridge. One thing to keep in mind with the Archer Queen's ability is that it makes her untargetable, not invincible. This means that she can still be hit by spells, including the lightning spell, which is her biggest counter, since it'll take her out in one go even while her ability is active. In addition, this also means that splash cards like the Baby Dragon or Executioner will still damage her if they're attacking something else nearby. The Archer Queen is also great in fast cycle decks, especially since you can now have multiple queens in the arena at once, since the more times you're able to play the queen, the more value you're getting. The Archer Queen's ability is also excellent for taking out goblin barrels, since for 1 elixir she'll avoid any damage on the tower and will also avoid taking damage herself, leading to an easy +2 elixir trade for you. If you do happen to face another player who is also using the Archer Queen and they come face to face, be sure to use your ability after the opponent has used theirs already, since this will always allow your queen to finish theirs off and survive the encounter. As for the queen's biggest weakness outside of the lightning spell, it's swarm units like the Skeleton Army or Goblin Gang, which can overwhelm her since she only targets 1 unit at a time, so make sure you have a spell ready to clear them out if your opponent is using them. The Skeleton King is one of the most unique champions in the game, and he's all about turning deaths into value. At just 4 elixir, he's one of the cheaper champions and is actually pretty tanky, making him incredibly efficient on both offense and defense. The Skeleton King has moderate health and does splash damage with his club, which makes him great at taking out swarms and mini tanks, synergizing incredibly well with his real power, which is in his ability, Soul Summoning. While the Skeleton King is on the field, every troop that dies, whether it's yours or your opponent's, gets collected as a soul, and you can see this by the blue bar that fills up above his health bar. When you activate his ability for 2 elixir, he summons a wave of skeletons around him, and the more souls he's collected, the more skeletons he spawns. These skeletons are spawned over a short period of time instead of all at once, similar to how the graveyard works, which helps make sure your opponent can't just instantly zap them, especially when the king is close to their crown tower. With no souls, he'll summon just 6 skeletons, which can still be okay value in a pinch, but with the maximum of 10 souls, he can summon a massive massive 16 skeletons that can completely overwhelm your opponent if they aren't prepared. The key to using the Skeleton King is being patient and letting him collect as many souls as possible before activating the ability, especially if there are a lot of troops dying in the battle. That being said, a halfway charged ability can often be better than no ability, so don't be afraid to use it when the king is in a good spot to get a lot of value, even if the bar isn't quite full yet. Another important thing to know when using the Skeleton King is that he does have an unusually high mass and an unusually large hitbox, meaning he can body block and push past other units like the Hog Rider easier than other champions can.
avoid them. How are you doing this? How is this possible?
So, it is no plaything. Wait. Oh, Mother, bless that girl. Bless you both.
Boy!
She saved me. I just want to...
Boy! Seal your lips. They are outcasts, both. And she is motherless. Come now. Back to Mother's heart. And you.
That boy should not have spoken to us. It's against tribal law. We'll go home now. Follow.
I know the way. Seal your lips. Seal your lips. Seal your lips. Seal your lips.
Stay away, no mother! Hey!
Children, away from there! Back to picking berries!
You're bleeding. Let me have a look. Here, hold still. I'll get it.
Why? Why am I an outcast?
Aloy, this is not the time.
Who was my mother?
Aloy, I've told you before, that's not for us to know. You were just a newborn when the matriarchs brought you to me.
So the matriarchs, they know?
It's not so simple.
But they know.
Aloy, we are outcasts.
So how do I make them tell me?
The matriarchs? There is a way, perhaps.
So tell me.
It would be dangerous.
How?
It would take years of training.
I don't care. How do I do it? Tell me.
The proving. The tribe's rite of passage held every year. Those who pass become braves. But to the one who wins, the matriarchs grant a boon.
A boon?
Yes, whatever the winner wants.
Then I'll do it. Whatever it takes. I'll win the proving.
I see. We'd best get started then. Your training will be hard, and it'll take years.
Start training? Yes. Follow.
Rost! 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 Where is he? 2 days before the proving and he goes off without me? He wouldn't do that. He said we'd go hunting this morning. Why isn't he here? Where's he gone to? He's just standing there. What's going on with him?
Aloy, you're here.
When you said we were gonna go hunting, I didn't realize you meant I'd have to track you down.
We must speak. I've been thinking about your training, Aloy. You've learned to hunt, learned to survive. But I fear there's a lesson I failed to teach you. Would you learn it now?
Of course. I'll always learn what you have to teach.
There has been some trouble recently. It affords an opportunity to learn this lesson, but it will be dangerous. You must come prepared, or you will die. Descend into the Embrace and hunt until you have gathered the parts for fire arrows.
Fire arrows? What kind of trouble are we talking about?
Once you have the parts, you will meet me there, at the gate beyond the village of Mother's Heart.
The North Gate? At the edge of the Embrace?
Yes. Now be on your way.
Is something else bothering you?
No, I'm fine.
Are you worrying about what happens after the proving?
What happens is clear. You will be accepted as one of the tribe, and I will still be an outcast, to be shunned.
Rost, even if the tribe accepts me, I won't—
There is much to do, Aloy. We will discuss this later.
Okay. Anything else you want me to do while I'm down in the Embrace?
Odd Grata might be out of food by now. You could hunt a week's worth of meat for her, if you find the time.
Wouldn't mind if she'd say thanks just once.
Grata follows the law. Her silence towards us is honorable, not an insult.
If you say so. I'll go gather the parts, but I'm also going to pay Karst a visit.
Aloy, that man breaks the law every time he speaks to you.
And I'm glad he does. I want to buy a tripcaster, and no other trader will sell to outcasts.
Stock it with ammunition, then. You'll find use for that weapon tonight.
That sounds ominous. All right, see you at the North Gate. Something's really bothering him. If he thinks I'm gonna abandon him, he's wrong. The Embrace. My whole life I've never gone beyond this valley. That'll change after the proving. 2 days. 2 days until I get answers. 2 days and I'll know who she was. And why I was cast out at birth. As if there could be an excuse for that. Alright, time to gather the parts for some fire arrows. I should find a herd. Okay, Aloy, now what? Now they're hunting me. I can get out of this.
Please, I need your help. I'm injured. I need your help.
And one of these.
Please, a word? Please, no one else will help me.
You want to talk to an outcast?
I'm desperate for help, whatever the consequences.
What's the problem then? Trouble with your leg?
Forget about me, it's my daughter Arana. She's in danger. She went after a scrapper near Mother's cradle and I fear for her life. I can't even stand up, let alone go after her. Will you help me find her?
You said Arana went to Mother's cradle?
Yes, southeast of here. I forbid her from going, but ever since her mother died, she's become impossible. Damn it, look at me. A widower, now a cripple. Father that can't find his daughter. Please, help me set things right.
I'll do what I can to help your daughter.
Make sure she's all right. I'm begging you.
I'll find a use for you. That must be Arana.
I need
Sounds like
help.
she's in trouble.